How does your typical day go while you're dieting?
So we talked about this briefly. Here's where I'm at. I'm trying to make this. So they say when you do something for 90 days, it becomes a habit.
Yeah.
Okay. I used to diet very hard and just kind of give up on it because even 10 years ago, which is crazy to say, that's when I was really heavy into it. It was a lot harder than it is now. There's a lot more options that there is available, but trying not to make it to where, like maybe we was touching at, like it's a lot of time and effort. Like it needs to be, make sense for what you're doing. And, that's where I'm at now is like if we can cook once in the evening and have stuff kind of planned out to where it's a little easier, not super hardcore, like gotta, you know what I mean? Like have to cook every meal or like make this big crazy, that's where I'm at right now.
Have to meal prep for days in advance.
Yeah, so that's
kinda
what
hard.
we're avoiding. Like we're not doing that.
You also have to be able to still eat out some because you're going to as a family. It's just going to happen.
Yeah.
And so like my thing right now for breakfast, I've been doing overnight oats. I don't know if you've ever seen
I've seen it.
overnight oats or not. And so oats, like when you let them sit overnight, they kind of become like a cooked texture. And then you can cheat and throw protein powder in it with like some yogurt. And it makes this very good tasting oatmeal in the morning. And you can sneak in like 30 grams of protein.
It's kind of already prepared because you
And
threw
it's
it
sitting
together.
there.
Yeah.
I made some Tuesday night in 35 minutes, and I've been eating it for 4 days in the
So it
morning.
like swells up a little bit or something.
It kind of absorbs that like milk and stuff that you put in it,
Yeah.
and that helps it. And that's where I have to eat. So for me, I have to stay very full to not have cravings. Some people, they can't eat at all. To me, I have to stay eating, so I have to keep pushing protein and have to keep going hardcore. I'm either hardcore or not. So
Yeah.
So if you have the oats and that fills you up, how long would you say would it get you to lunch, or do you start getting hungry?
You
Say if you ate a
you
day,
just leave it
know?
out in room temperature or in the fridge or
So you basically, and like I say, their stuff has changed a lot. Like there's Fairlife milk now. You know what Fairlife?
Yeah.
Okay, Fairlife milk. All that is filtered milk that's got even less of the fat in it and more protein per serving. So you literally just take the oats, throw a scoop in there, throw the milk in it, a scoop of yogurt, and a scoop of protein powder, and you mix it. And then you can do all kinds of crazy stuff. You can put, like this week, I put vanilla extract in it and some brown sugar sweetener, like Swerve's what it's called. It's like a healthier, put that in there and there's no calories in it. And it makes this really sweet breakfast that's 44 grams of protein. Like
Pretty good.
44 grams of protein is like, that's a pretty decent size. I think that's around like 9 ounces of chicken or something like that if you had to eat it, which is a plate this big. That's what's kind of crazy about how protein stuff.
That's quite a few eggs, because breakfast people usually eating eggs. That's probably what, 5, 6, 7 eggs or something maybe.
I seen this a couple months ago. This will change anybody's perspective on eating. And we have become, eating is like a snack culture. And that's how my wife likes to eat. She likes to snack. And I catch my stuff snacking.
Yeah.
You looking at something, you're like, I'm ready to eat. I don't want you to think about it. I watched this guy. He's like, can you sit down and eat 5 eggs right now when you look at something? If you say, man, I could eat 5 eggs right now, you're probably hungry. If you're looking at it and going, probably going to eat 5 eggs, you're probably not hungry.
That's an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah.
That's a way to think about if you're actually hungry or if you're just eating because you're bored or you're wanting something for fun, basically.
Well, you're supposed to eat for fuel. You just called it fuel earlier, and
Right.
that's what it is. I mean, you have to have it, and we've kind of turned it into this pleasure thing, like
Yeah.
the different part of the brain's kicking in or something that
And
you
it's
crave all these things,
It's like a lot of people too. Like they'll eat real heavy before bed. Like I'll eat real heavy and I'll sleep good tonight. It's kind of a thing that's going.
Mm-hmm. And it's a lot of it's the convenience and having something ready available is what's going to be key for me to stay long term on.
Is
this
that like
goal.
a every morning breakfast, or are you kind of?
I could eat the same stuff every day. Like even when I'm not eating the vest, like I could eat Mexican a month straight. That's just how I'm
Do you
wired.
prep anything and take it like to your shop with you, or
So,
what
like,
do you do on lunch?
Literally the oats. literally the oats, like you just have them ready. Okay, then something like a protein bar, and then a can of tuna has 35 grams of protein in it.
Yeah.
So like, and it's a really clean. It's probably one of the cleanest protein sources there is.
I think I seen that it
Crack that
was.
bad boy open with some Ritz crackers, and you've got a pretty decent little meal there with 40 grams of protein in it.
And with the crackers, you can kind of really keep an eye on your carbs. You know what I mean? Like you're
Well,
eating individual
right.
crackers, so you can eat 5, 6, 8, 10. Like,
Well, what I do is they got them little stacks out. You just take one stack.
Yeah.
And you can't overeat because there's no more.
exactly. That's a good
So,
prepackaged thing.
It's kind of like the little individual bags of chips.
yeah.
Yeah.
Control yourself a little bit.
And just looking at so carbs, it could get into all kinds of stuff, but there is it's called satiety or satiation list. You ever seen something like that?
I've heard the word satiation.
There is a list that's out. You can go and look it up. Anybody that watching, and it is ranked every food, how full it makes you when you eat it, and it's a literal list. Number 1 is boiled potatoes. Boiled potatoes per the calorie is the most satiating thing you can eat. So like I told Heather, I was like, that's got to be our goal right now. Like if we're getting hungry, got to throw some baked potatoes in there. All right, trouble with baked potatoes is they kind of suck in the oven. So there's you got to learn how to make baked potatoes. The key to it is stabbing them full of holes, microwave them for 5 minutes, then put them in the oven, and it cooks it all the way through. You know, you ever had a baked potato in the oven? It's like kind of not done. That's
It
the
takes
secret.
like 2 hours.
And it takes forever.
That's the secret. If you'll poke holes in it, put it in the microwave, it comes out. I'd rather eat them that way than eat them off the grill. That's how much difference it makes when you do
How
it
long
that
do
way.
you have to bake them? Like a long time or 15 minutes on broil or something or what?
45 minutes.
45 minutes? That's way different because, like you said, it seems like you can put potatoes in there and bake them 2 or 3 hours. You know?
Yeah. So that's what I have to do. I have to keep protein because I just stay hungry. I like eating, and I feel like I need a lot of food. Plus, where I play pickleball, I know it does burn a lot of calories, and I know I could probably stay at the exact same weight that I'm at or have been at if I just keep eating the same. So I'm like trying to figure out how I can cut a few calories and do it the slow way, the boring, slow way.
Yeah.
So example, I brought a protein bar, and I want you to think, what do you think when you think protein bar?
As soon as I bite into it, I'm like, this ain't that bad. And then the chalkiness hits the back of my neck.
Very chalky.
Okay, and then, so like that's what
Gritty.
you're thinking is like it's a chalky,
Gritty, chalky.
kind of like a miserable.
Like
I mean,
a
it's
dusty chalk.
yeah,
Every,
the old.
I'm not getting you like them.
Milky chalk. It's one of the things like, that's good. Oh, God. Don't give me any more of them.
So I brought this protein bar. This is a barbell. This is the top.
I've heard of those.
These are top of the top. This is actually not even one of the better flavors, but
I'm interested.
they're top of the top. And so I'm going to split this up, and I'm going to let y'all try it. And just look at this protein bar and just tell me, like, does it even look like a protein bar? Really?
Looks like a nutrageous.
I'll give you the one I didn't touch. Justin, he can get over it.
Brotherly germs.
We're going to have to get us like a big long hand.
I'm getting if I'm going to analyze this, I'm getting a Star Crunch on the outside.
Rice
you know the
Krispies?
stars? Yeah, they got the Rice Krispie. I'm getting a Star Crunch with a nougat or something there, and something that's trying to
Have
be
chew into
caramel.
the microphone. I like a little crunch. It's not that bad. First time, man, just immediately hit you with the chalk.
So that is the worst one they make. I was going to give you that for a reference.
Not bad.
They make one, and it's called chocolate dough, and it's literally better than a Snickers bar. Like, I'm telling you, it melts in your mouth. That bar has 2 grams of sugar in it and 20 grams of protein.
I could eat those.
You know what I mean? That's not that bad.
3 grams of dietary fiber
It's
too.
got
So
fiber.
that helps cancel out some of that.
20 grams of protein. What, like 4 grams of fat? What is it?
3.5.
Like,
Well, 8 grams of fat, 3.5 saturated fat. Not a lot of sodium, 210.
yeah. So
And here's the trick: it's 1 serving size. What I mean by that is,
Yeah.
sometimes you'll read that and it'll feed 3 people, and you're like, "Oh, I should have read a little more."
yeah, a quarter of the bar was
Yeah.
200 calories.
That's like, not to get off subject, but ramen noodles, which I call them ramen noodles, 1 pack is 2 servings.
Yeah.
One pack is 2 servings.
Yeah.
Didn't realize it.
Yes. 1 little square pack. When you're reading the nutritional facts, it says 2 servings on it because they're scared of how unhealthy.
Does the
that
noodles have a lot of sodium in it, or is it the pack?
It's the packet as everything almost. I mean, I'm sure the noodles has something, but I'm just saying like that packet is what's got it going on inside of it.
So
I like that.
that's where I'm at, and
Where can you get those at? Just anywhere?
I got that at the gas station before I came here.
Oh,
Man, it's getting wild what you can buy. And Quest protein chips, if you've ever tried them, man, they make some barbecue ones. I'm telling you, I'd rather have them than a Lay's barbecue. They're so
I've not
good.
tried those. We need to try some of those.
Protein
like
treats.
$5 a bag or something.
They're $2.80 a bag. You go
Like a
buy-
small bag, or just
It's like a pretty sizable bag of chips. I mean, it probably ain't gonna compare to like the $4 bag of Doritos, but
yeah. Well, they're getting to be $7.
yeah, that's
Yeah, that family bag or whatever is like $7 or whatever.
Have you all
think-
tried the naked ones and the all natural Doritos? They've got them out now. There's some that's like, I think it's called natural. They're actually basic ingredients. They don't taste the same, but they're still pretty good.
yeah. That's kind of what I was getting at with, Arnold. He didn't have,
Bar hit me in this.
yeah,
Probably
he-
didn't even have nothing like that.
No, he
I
didn't
mean,
have a protein bar that he could just throw down at any moment and get 20 grams of protein and it not taste like hardwood.
Yeah.
Or chalk, like you just said it. Like food is getting and adapting, and this is a big thing. Like I'm all for diet pop or anything like that. There's people that I've done a lot of looking into it, and there's some people that I ain't gonna say that it's healthier than drinking water, but I do think it's better than drinking regular pop.
in moderation, a good diet pop every once in a while is probably way better than, you know what I'm saying, the
Right.
alternatives.
It's really, we think that we have a lot of information and we're really smart, but we really aren't taught much. Like the pyramid, that ain't got a Coke Zero. How many percentage of water do you think that is? Like if you looked at a Coke Zero and you looked at a regular Coke, like a regular Coke, I think is like 40% water, literally like 60% sugar. Coke Zero is 99% water.
Yeah.
The main ingredient in Coke Zero is water. And then aspartame, it's got like, you got aspartame is 100 times sweeter than the sugar.
Yeah.
So they can use 100 times less
Yeah.
to make something sweet with it. So that's kind of where they're like, it is made in a lab, and you probably, or actually it does come from a plant, but they extract it. But, you're still taking something like this small or versus like this much sugar.
Yeah.
That's
Like
all it-
tablespoons of sugar.
like tables and tablespoons of sugar. And that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Did they ever do the thing at your school where they come and like, if you drink 1 Mountain Dew a day for a year, it's this much sugar, and they pull out like the gallon size Ziploc bag, and they're like, if you do it for a lifetime, then they get like a pillowcase of sugar out. It's
No, they didn't do that, but I
They
remember
didn't?
they had the big old piece of fat. You remember? Did you
Yep.
ever see that? It's like what 5 pounds would look like.
yeah.
It's crazy.
So next time you go in Walmart, I want you to go by the protein bar section, and I'm follow all this stuff. There is a David bar out. All right. They have discovered this ingredient. I really think in 20 years, they'll figure out how to make food, and we'll all just be in great shape. I think they'll
You'd
figure
be
it
able
out.
to taste the air with like a cheeseburger.
I think they will.
Nothing there.
So if you go look at this David bar, like we was talking about protein, like for example, this 20 grams of protein times 4, that's 80 calories. Like that bar is like almost as pure as it can be. Like it ain't even got no fat, it hardly ain't got no sugar, but tastes like this bar. They figured out an ingredient that is so sweet and low calorie ratio that they can sweeten stuff with it.
Huh.
So I think they're going to figure that out with fat next, and I think it's coming to that. Everything's going to be made artificial, but they'll be able to make KFC fried chicken in a couple of years, 200 calories instead of 800.
Yeah.
I'm very convinced.
Or we was talking about school. Do you ever think about, I used to think about, how did we survive? And I don't even have to ask you because I know. How did we survive going to school all day and not drink a drop of water? I mean, we didn't take no bottles, we didn't take no cups. And the water where we're from, up in the holler, if you had city water, it was bleach. It tastes like bleach.
We had well water.
Yeah, most people have well water. How did we all survive? How did we not get dehydrated and just fall down? Do we really need the 8 bottles of water is what I'm wondering.
Well, so the 8 bottles of water is not considering the water that's in your food, for one thing. I looked into that.
Yeah.
And so chicken has got a pretty decent amount of fluid in it. Like your body extracts fluid from everything you eat. That protein bar had a little bit of, it ain't going to have much, but it'd have a little bit of fluid. Milk, like that pop, like the Coke Zero, it's all got water in it. We were drinking juice or drinking milk at school. That's just what our body was extracting out of it.
Yeah. And we'd go to the gym and just play for like an hour. Then you hit the water fountain and get like maybe a half a cup of water out of it.
And lick all the germs off that little nozzle. I hated when they barely would shoot out of there. You had to get real and close.
People put their mouth on it and stuff.
Yeah. It may have been why we were so healthy back then. They just germs everywhere.
Think about that. Germs. Now these kids are packing cups of water everywhere they go and drinking all day, and they've got refill stations, and it's crazy how things have changed.
Some of the first plastic I probably got in my system or rubber was drinking out of a hot water hose that burnt your mouth off.
Yeah.
You didn't ever do that when you was little?
A little bit of iron with it too.
Yeah, it's the weirdest tasting water that you'd ever got in your life. And you couldn't leave the water hose on that long. We had well water. It was like, you wasting the water,
Yeah.
It'd get on to you. So it's like you had to, everybody, the last dude to get the drink was probably getting a pretty good one.
Like, I'll go last, guys. Go ahead. Y'all get in there.
But we had well water with a salt filter.
Yeah.
You pour a bag of salt, like a 25-pound bag of salt in this thing, and it would filter through it, and it would take some of the harshness out or whatever. And to me, I'm recreating that every morning. I take sea salt and put it in my fluoride with a little bit of water in it, or whatever they say is in it.
Well, I think about staying with my my mama, and she was just as far as you could go in the holler, and her water was just about orange coming out.
Ours was
you just
sulfur in it.
You couldn't drink it, and she didn't have no bottles of water, have nothing. They never drunk no water. They'd have pop, and it's strange to think about that. That she lived to be 70-year-old woman, never drunk probably a whole bottle of water most of her life.
The well for our holler was under Mama's house in a basement is where it come up. And it came up and they had the salt filter and kind of had it dispersed, and that's where the well pump was, and it fed I think it fed 5 houses maybe. Yeah. And if the filtering system started acting up, you'd get the sulfur like you said. But we had to be mindful of washing the white clothes.
Yeah.
We had to be careful and let the water run out, maybe let a cycle go through to get some of the sulfur out of the lines, where the washing machine hadn't been used since yesterday or whatever. We had to really be careful because you'd dingy the shirts.
But now she would boil water all the time, and when I was a kid, never thought nothing about it. She'd always have one of them things that would hiss, and blow smoke and
pressure cooker.
She boiled water.
No, she had a kettle.
Yeah, a kettle.
Oh,
yeah.
I got
to make coffee and cook with, but as far as drinking it, just never would. I just thought that was the oddest thing. Even before she passed, Like they'd want to drink water and stuff to get hydrated. She would sneak and get Cokes and drink them. And they're diabetic also.
Well, what I was thinking when you said that, like if you're drinking natural water coming out of the ground, it's got trace minerals and nutrients. And just doing the little bit of studying that I've been doing recently, and I've always been into health, even though I like to eat. It fascinates me, like calories and things. But it's got natural benefits in it, you know what I'm saying, and natural water. And you could drink like 10 major store brand waters. We were talking about that earlier. They taste like plastic, and there's literally nothing in it but chemicals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like removing everything. Or you drink
like purified, they've boiled it and it's evaporated or whatever.
Well,
there's nothing there.
You take a one bottle of really good like water that's got the nutrients and the trace minerals. It satiates you, what you're talking about. It kind of vitalizes your body, and it's as good as drinking 3 or 4 junky ones. It's better. Like you can drink all that water and your body's trying to get rid of it. Like I don't want all that junk with it.
Yeah.
So maybe, but I really, like you said, I didn't drink. I drank a lot of fluids, but like I could play basketball all day and then go in and drink like a Gatorade.
Yeah.
Like one. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have to have a whole package with me and sip on it as I played.
It used to be a thing too. I don't know if it ever happened to you, but I would play a long time and my side would start hurting.
Yeah.
Did you ever experience that? Like I've never experienced it.
That's kind of when
then.
you probably need to get some water.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
I remember kids doing that
Get
though.
something to
Like they'd
drink.
run around like, my side's killing me. Give me a Mountain Dew. Or Pepsi or something. It was probably having a kidney.
Yeah, like any kind
infection.
of liquid. Did you ever, this kind of, it's on topic, but I just thought of it back in the day, like drinking stuff. Do you remember, and I bet you it's healthier than what we drink now. You get these things and mom would get them out of the freezer. It looked like a can of biscuits or something. And it was like concentrated either grape or strawberry or something. You like crack it open and put it in the water and like stir it up, and it made a drink, like a gallon of something.
Yeah, like a juice or something.
Like it was like a it made like a, fruit punch or something, or orange. Yeah. But I remember
that's real old school.
It was like it's old school, isn't it? Like I remember it way back. I was probably 5 or 6 is when I remember this.
What about the old big metal cans of milk, baby milk? Did you remember them?
Yeah, and I remember the metal cans of Donald Duck orange juice.
Yeah, that's what Corey drank when he was a kid.
Yeah,
I watched him.
Papa.
That metallic metal milk.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how bad it probably tasted? We couldn't taste it. I wouldn't want to, but I just imagine it would taste real metal. Like
Speaking of that, you smelled baby formula? Have
like
you
recently?
smelled the powder?
Yeah, it's stout.
I mean, just it's like, whoa. Even when you mix it, shake it up, you're like, I need to get this guy some chocolate milk. Or
Yeah.
this is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows what's all is in that?
So you right now, like I feel like everybody's a New Year's resolution. What about you, John? You feel like you're trying to eat a little better, or everybody's got like a little bit of a goal.
Yeah, mine kind of oddly started in November.
Yeah,
Right
at Thanksgiving.
after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You have an episode or something?
Well, yeah. Yeah, I had acid reflux and about choked to death in the middle of my sleep. Anyways, mine, it clicked a little bit. The dad thing with him having a heart attack was one, but there was one thing I heard watching these YouTube videos about eating healthy and things. And my brain, the way it works, if you tell me you can have a pop just every once in a while, I can't do that. I either say I don't drink pop or I do drink it.
Yeah.
It's easier for my brain to say, I don't drink pop. Stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
Forget it. Move on. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, well, maybe I could have one today after I get done, or maybe I'll just drink one this evening. So I quit pop, and then I drink a ginger ale a little bit, then I quit it. But I kind of heard a guy say something that clicked for me, because like all of us are different, and each thing a motivate is different. Mine was stop eating like to lose weight, thinking of it like that, because you think of it in a sense of like, if I do this for 6 months, I will lose my weight. But then what? You're going to keep doing that, or you're going to go back to your old habits?
Yeah.
He's like, think of it as eat to be healthier. So like, don't think of it as you only can have one piece of chicken and you only need to eat this, never eat that piece of bread. Start thinking of each decision as a healthy decision. Just like I told you earlier, I'm bad when we make homemade hamburgers at the house. Like, they're really good. I just like, we make smash burgers and we just enjoy it. It's a good meal for us. And I'm bad to want to eat, they're small patty. I want to eat like 4 burgers,
Yeah.
So now I take and make 1 burger. And then when I eat it, if I'm still hungry, I just get more patties and leave the bread off.
Yeah, just pretend the bread's on.
Yeah. And then, if I'm eating a few chips, I don't get the bag out. I get a handful and just sit them on the plate and like put them back up or whatever. And like, when he said that, it kind of clicked in me, like, stop worrying. Like, for example, saying, I'm never going to drink a pop ever again in my life. I just can't. Like, look at it as, what's the healthiest decision at that moment? If Camille made dinner and there's these things, make that decision right then. You know what I'm saying? Because like eat the patties and leave this off. Maybe don't drink any pop of this. Get a glass of milk or something. You know what I mean? Like, change it up and just make a decision to be healthier. Go to the Mexican restaurant. Think about it as, I'm eating Mexican. I love it. But like, maybe get an order of and leave something off. Don't get 3 cheese dips or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, get one.
Don't get a meal. Don't eat a ton of chips and then get a meal that's got chips too.
Yeah, and the cheese dip, but make sure that they pour the cheese on top of my food when it's coming. You know what I mean? Like, try to make some better decisions. So when he said that, it clicked, and I didn't really have a New Year's resolution, but I could call it that. It's just making healthier decisions